Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Legendary grow, bold and sexy. Legendary grow, and sexy. Legendary grow, bold. Whoopi Goldberg said to me, fuck the little girl and get your paper. Dollars don't come easily. Fuck the little boy and get your paper. Whoopi Goldberg said to me, fuck the little girl and get your paper. Dollars don't come easily. Fuck the little boy and get your paper. Whoopi Goldberg said to me, fuck the little girl and get your paper. Dollars don't come easily. Fuck the little boy and get your paper. Whoopi Goldberg said to me, fuck the little girl and get your paper. Dollars don't come easily. Fuck the little boy and get your paper. Whoopi Goldberg said to
What she
me,
say? What she say?
fuck the little girl, dollars don't come easily. Fuck the little boy and get your paper. Whoopi Goldberg said to me,
Family, welcome back.
Whoopi Goldberg said, fuck the little girl, let's
Get your bag.
You out here arguing, sounding dumb, and now you looking real mad. Cause you tens of millions in the hole. Now you swinging from a pole. Mad at bitches making money, claiming that they said they sold. Cause you looking real crazy right now. You believe she got 5 million child.
What's up?
All your sweet
Hi.
babies, Mary J, cause the bitch going down.
Going down.
Find a way to get daddy to make the deal, cut the
check.
And if the nigga don't come through, bitch, you not boycotting shit. Cause you loud and you bragging, too proud and it's fantasy. Could've wrote jokes and brought the laughs, but truth be told, you not that fun. Really, you not that fun. What I heard was motherfucker this, motherfucker that, and that nigga.
And Jared's killing
I
me.
hit watching Whoopi Goldberg. Does she pay you? Does she just chillin'? Chill. Let me get this right. Now you crying over her. She got a seat at the table eating good over there, honey. So what you really mad about? You can get it back too, but you run your mouth. We can't trust you cause you're running your mouth. What's on top and now your shit down south. Daddy all in your ear. Okay. Now I see why you get stuck.
Okay. Ramana Mubarak.
Fuck the little girl and get your paper. Dollars don't come easily. Fuck the little boy and get your paper. Whoopi Goldberg said to me, fuck the little girl and get your paper. Dollars don't come easily.
Fuck all
Fuck
these
the
little
little boy
niggas.
and get your paper. Whoopi Goldberg said to me, fuck the little girl and get your paper. Dollars don't come easily. Fuck the little boy and get your paper. Whoopi Goldberg said to me, fuck the little girl and get your paper. Dollars don't come easily. Fuck the little boy and get your paper. When it came to Goldie, you ain't take her on tour. You was like, fuck the little girl, man. Now Steve Harvey O'Coon, and it's all his fault, right? Fuck the little boy, man. Charm School, Larissa Booth, energy on site. Fuck the little girl, man. Better watch your Shannon for she play on your top. Fuck the little boy, man. Fuck the little boy, man. No man, no God, no pay. Got Kevin Hart cutting checks. But if the nigga got busy, trust me, Moni got his neck. Cause she quick to throw a nigga under the bus. But let her tell her she a victim.
Family.
Tyler Perry called your phone. Recorded that nigga in entrapment. Now I see why you ain't getting no bag. Now I see why you ain't getting no money. Now I see why you ain't getting no getting no right joke this time, make it funny. I can see how you was slow. Cause you don't know how business go. Miss Thing to call me force it down.
We got
They
a lot
don't
to
fuck
talk
with you no
about
more. Don't
forget to sow a seed.
and get your paper.
Especially now, it's a lot of great shit going on. And it'll go a long way. Even though I'm excited. What she said? Not easily. Get your paper. Get your bag. Get your paper. How's everybody doing today? Out in the world, I know I've been gone, but I'm gonna tell you why. Definitely do sow a seed. And we talking to the girls that got it. If you don't got it, I don't need to hear about it. because we all grown in here. You know what I'm saying? We're grown. And I wish I had my real ashtray. Hold on, I'm gonna use this instead because this is getting messy, and I don't know when I. We got things to talk about, and I got this fresh blunt. My sister brought me some weed. I'm so glad. Alhamdulillah, I'm glad. It's ironic. You never would have told me. Okay, you're gonna start talking to all your siblings except for the one who really, growing up, she really was the meanest. But one thing is, she has grown a lot, and she's even like talked about, yeah, I was mean, but I was mean to everybody. Not that makes it better, but at least she didn't discriminate. But she's just doing so well in her life right now. I'm very proud of her. She's just going up, up, up. I know if my mom was here, she would be like excited. And I know my mom, she would be crying, like, because she's earning a legitimate living. Like, it's real. And it's like hard work. And I'm a witness. You know, I gotta go, brother. I gotta hit this meeting. I gotta talk to my mentors. I gotta do this. I gotta do, like, Rip and Rain. She reminds me of my mom in that way. My mom was quick to take a class. But that's the power of a black woman. A black woman. Women in general, but a black woman. Like, bitch, if I don't know, I'm about to find out. I will take a class. In a minute, I will hop on a flight. You know what I'm saying? We got the legends here in Jerry. Mother Tay. The girls are here. They are in formation. The girls are here. The girls are in the building. Make some motherfucking noise in the split. Split. Make some noise in the split. Because the girls are here for the Legends Ball. Let's come through. Jay Mills in the house. Silver Riz is in the house. Balance is in the house. She said, honey, these girls won't be catching me slipping because I always keep my balance. You girls want to put 10 pounds on one scale and 1 pound on the other. Of course. The shit is, you know what I'm saying? They can't take you balance because you always come even kill. These girls don't know what to do with you. They're confused with you. Love my job. We're going to talk about all of that. Like, I can't even believe, you know what's insane? I'm in my body, but I don't even believe the person that I am right now. I want to say that the right way because I know that sounds silly to say. I want to say it a different way. Let me sit on it, but because it's really hard because I don't know that I ever been in this position, like in this mindset. I don't know. It feels very new to me. But in all honesty, like, I was never a filthy person. When my mother passed away, that period of time, which you all are we don't have to go because the family knows what time it is. You missed the song, J Mill. You missed it. Whoopi Goldberg done came and left. She got her goodie bag and everything. So, you know, Whoopi came through, honey. She gave us a Sister Act plate. She said, well, if I'm really going to come through a Sister Mary Clarence, let's do the damn thing, sweetie. I'm not coming through to play with you. That's what she was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, Whoopi was not playing. So she came through, stormed the girls. She was like, since Monique want to play on my name and play with my words, actually put words in my mouth, I know Whoopi Goldberg is. I don't give a damn. I don't have to. I just have common sense. I ain't no way. And if she did, the context of what that conversation was, I guarantee, because where Monique is full of shit is very clear. Okay, if Whoopi Goldberg, you trying to get us to believe that Whoopi Goldberg is like, fuck the little girl. But you're not understanding, to Whoopi Goldberg, you are the little girl. Dummy. And she did for you way more than you ever did for a bitch. She brought you onto your platform when you had been, quote unquote, blackballed, gave you a platform to try to actually make things better. But all you want to come here and do is bring drama. Now you offended. When she said, Whoopi Goldberg, Monique, I told you then. So that shows me she been fucking with you. Because she told you, I told you. Had you would have called me, which means you have her number, this bitch expect everybody to call her. That's her problem too. You know what I'm saying? You said it's the last bus. I know, that's true. That's true. This Ramadan has been incredible. Like, honestly, and I have not been perfect. You see, I'm smoking this blunt, like, but a lot understands. Like, trust me, it's a whole other type of energy right now. Like, no, because a lot understands. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a lot going on, and y'all know me. And it's been a while since. There's a reason why I haven't been here. It's not because I've been too busy with work. It's not that. We're gonna get into it, Lord. And I feel like even when we was being consistent and I would come here, I felt like when we would talk about something, it would be long-winded because I'm just naturally that way. But now think, all these things that have been going on, and I haven't been able to tell y'all really what's going on, but all right, we're gonna do it today. Inshallah. So, and don't forget to sow a seed. For real, because once we get into it, you're gonna understand. Like, and it's just the time. I'm not talking to the brokies and the girls that are haters and trolls, bitch. They wasn't coming out of pocket no how. They just are what they are. But for the girls that have a coin and actually have a little bit of disposable cash, where it's like, girl, what's that $5 to me? Those are the girls. That's my audience. Girls who are not stingy, like, why don't you get a job, bitch? I got a job. How about that? See, you wasn't ready for that response. Because now it's like, I see what God did. It's crazy. We gonna get to it. I'm too long-winded, Lord. It's even outrageous for me because I be in my head like, quite dare you got to keep the docket moving. But I just be trying to be thorough and really just, as I'm thinking things, say it because I'm like, because later on I'm going to want to pivot back. And then because I didn't say it then, it's not going to connect later on. If you know what I'm saying? Like, I be everywhere with it. Excuse me, I burped. So this Ramadan has been incredible. Okay, we're going to bounce from that into another thing. But let me just, since that's what's on my mind. This Ramadan has been incredible. What's up? We got the job full time. I got another tenant, so now I have 2 tenants. My car is up and running, but I'm not driving her yet because I still got to get the insurance, registration, emissions, all that stuff, and get my tires changed. My mother, before she passed, told me I need to change those tires. That was 2019. Okay, now we're in 2024. So it's more like, okay, let me get those tires changed. Even if I gotta get them used in the beginning just to get things in motion, fine. I'm not, because a few people tell me, but I'm it's like, I will take the counsel. Yes, especially for people who I believe are really trying to tell me genuinely what they think could maybe be better for me for this or that reason. I will hear that out. Ultimately, though, I'm making the executive decision. And at this point, for how Allah set this up, and really, a lot has been going on, but really, it's at the point now where I'm like, between me sticking with God and me sticking to myself, like knowing who I am and really having to ground myself in truth. Because that just goes to show you that I took my own advice. That's what I think this whole thing is about. Like, it's crazy. I feel like all of these things I've been saying throughout the years, when I went through this, when the thing happened, mind you, oh my God. And this came to me today and I'm like, how did I not think about that? How did I not understand that? Too many things I'm thinking. My last full year with my mother was 29. My mom was born on the 29th. She passed on the 29th. That's 3. When I turned 30, she got sick. She passed. We got the news in March. She passed in July. It was quick. It was like something out of a movie. Because I'm like, now, if I was watching a TV show, this person would have been alive. Although I wouldn't want that for my mom, honestly. And she didn't want that for herself. So I'm okay. Honestly, the part of me that loves my mother with every atom, neuron, whatever there is to be in a human, would obviously love to see my mother. But because of that genuine, real love for her, I'm not sat up here like, why couldn't we get 3 years with her? Being in agony, being sick, being not getting better? No. Whatever Allah gave me, He gave me plenty, because some people lose their parents early on. So, yeah, would it have been nice had I would have had her another 10, 15, 20 years? Girl, of course. But what am I going to do? Complain? No, I'm not feeling that way. I don't feel that way. I genuinely believe my mother was an angel, and I was blessed to have her 30 years. Well, I say 29 years and however many months that is. You know, y'all know I'm not the greatest with numbers, but I have no complaints. It's when I cry, it's not like, oh, I'm so angry. No, it's not anger at all. Actually, it'd be joy. It'd be like how great of a mother she was, how great of a human. That was my real mom. Like, I saw the truth. Like, this is a woman who evolved, who grew, who workshopped and figured things out, and was like, it will never be. You know what I'm saying? It will never be too much. I'm like, no. Sabrina always had an express pass. Period. But anyway, so Yeah, this whole thing has, from the point of my mother getting sick, the hero's journey started at that point. For anyone who wasn't really paying attention, that's actually how it went. That's what kicked off all of the stuff that was really going to show. You could say, my audience, and I'm sure that's what Allah wants, because it's okay. I'm me, so of course I had to get through it. But there's a bigger thing to me. I'm not going to be around forever. But having done it the way that it was done, what it really showed was everything I said was true. All the advice I gave, I took. I wasn't just talking to hear myself talk. You understand? Because I'm still here, bitch. I didn't lose myself. I said God was in control, and God was in control. When all of everybody was against me and was talking shit and was like, oh, bitch, for everything I went through, girl, where is it? Show me the signs and figures, bitch, because you don't have proof. Show me the gift receipt, because you didn't make a purchase. You was writing checks you didn't have in your account, girl. That's a bounce. And now it's a charge. And now you a felon, bitch, because we've been had our eye on you. Oh, the karma's about to come through, and it's going to be swift. Because if it haven't already came through, it's just like, you can see how the environment of just the type of time we living in. And I'm just like, oh, so now I see it's about vindication now. Girls who've been put under, now it's the time where the girls who've been put under and put away and people acting like it's the time for a real truth teller, real people of honesty and integrity and all that shit, who when they said they wasn't taking shortcuts, because we clearly saw this nigga took 5 years to do this shit. So where was the shortcut, bitch? You hoes want to make it out like, oh, he was on drugs. I'm like, girl, please. You've never seen a bitch be this smart, intelligent, articulate, endure in front of people, having people thinking there's something funny about it. For less a bitch have offed herself dealing with the type of shit I was dealing with. For less. And so all it really showed was I was exactly who I said. Bitch, I'm not going to back down from nothing. Because you want to know why? God got me. And he going to send the right girls who kept my doors open. At the right times, those right seeds at the right time. You want to know why? And it may not have, we're in excessive money, but I was able to keep my doors open, my lights on. And that was a part of the journey too. To see when I start getting antsy, because that's not even in my blood. No, I'm not going, oh yeah, let me go and sell some drugs. Let me prostitute. That's not happening. Stuff of the law. No. I sat here, I went without. But God sent me angels. My brother in West Palm Beach. Let me bring you down. All expenses paid. Treated me. I mean, my other brother took me when we went trucking. Sweethearts. I mean, it's like, so I had what I needed. I was in the eye of the storm. No, I was like in the violent part. And then right now what's happening is I'm at the part where I'm in the center and really nothing's touching me. I'm just watching shit fly around me. Like really understanding what is happening. And understanding really the worst part is over. Realistically. Even though the full proof of the seed, because let me tell you, I was like, wow, I know the money is getting better because I was able to take care of my car, get my car up and running. I was able to, remember I told you I wanted to retire this phone because it's my mom's phone? Like I call it that because I have all her voice recordings on it. So I finally get to make that into a relic. Honey, I was able to get me, now granted, because I was due for an upgrade, it don't matter about that. So it definitely wasn't like full price. Or it is full price, but it's not like, how do I want to say this? It's not layaway because I have the phone on me. It's like you pay a certain amount up front, like say, what was it? Like maybe $150. Then in addition to whatever the bill was regularly, now they're going to just add that additional $30, $40 on, which for me, the bill was already cheap. So I'm like, that's cool. I can do that. But I can do it because I have extra funds. And I'm just so happy to like be able to retire my mom's phone and have something where, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna still take care of this and not be trying to lose it and break it or nothing stupid. But the pressure of me being like, every time I would go, I'd be like, I constantly throughout the night, I would grab my pockets, make sure my phone was still there. So, hey, beautiful. Do you have YouTube members? If so, I want to sign up. You know what's crazy? That just popped on my screen today. They told me, oh, you're eligible for YouTube members or some shit. That just came to my screen 2 days before I went live. So that you mentioned that, I wonder what made you say that. Like, I wonder what spirit put in your head to make you type that up and tell me. Because now by you saying that, I'm like, but then I'm thinking, what would be the difference between that and Patreon? Because really, I appreciate Patreon. Like, they made it to where a person like me could come and really set up shop and create something. And they have been very fair. Like, I don't have any complaints with Patreon. None whatsoever. With YouTube, I have complaints. I'm still working with them, like, in this situation, but I'm like, do I really want to go deeper, like endeavor deeper into a whole nother avenue where they could just switch up again and be like, oh, there's a new thing with the memberships and we're taking 50%. Like, I don't think they're saying that, or thinking that, but I'm just saying, like, the way they move, it be happening like that. So no disrespect, but that's how it's been for me. Why haven't I been here? Well, first of all, I got to be to work at 5 a.m. So that means I wake up at 4 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. So now what I do, I take my shower the night before. I don't have no time to do that in the morning. Because then for me to do a real shower the way how I would need to do it, plus I'm just not trying to do that. Like, first, I'm already tired. Like, let me just cut the steps out. Like, when I wake up, let me just be able to put my clothes on. Okay. What happened? So, okay. I wake up 4, and even then that's another part. Then I got to time it. That's when I'm like, Lord, I'm about to get my car up and running. I'm glad I didn't. Look how a lot prevented me from selling my car, because I almost sold my truck too. Because I was like, when the situation was looking like, oh, okay, I'm not making enough. Like, it's like I couldn't be everywhere. I couldn't. But then I did make a decision. That's what's funny. That's how I got on here. Like, it was like, okay, you know what? I'm about to just put 110 into my art and not worry about tenants and not worry about a job. Because remember, I was looking for work in the beginning. How much? We talk about so much. I'm like, how much of this? Because I keep saying, y'all remember that. But I'm like, wait, did I talk about that? Maybe I did. I feel like we've talked about it. But if I didn't, forgive me. Okay. So I wasn't even, but then as soon as I made the decision to, okay, I'm about to focus on my art, I'm about to focus on this, I'm about to rebuild, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and I started making a plan for that, then I get a call from this job. We want you in for an interview. Then I start getting all these hits. Oh, can we do a tour? You know, people interested to rent rooms at my home. So then I'm like, see, this when I be confused, because I'm like, okay, the tenants look like this, that's drying up, and I'm okay with that because I'm okay to live alone. I just am doing it as a business transaction for the money of it. But it's not like, oh, I'm one of those people who have to have roommates and nothing like that. I definitely don't. But, you know, but I was like, okay, maybe that's what Spirit is telling me. Like, are you telling me, God, that let that go? Like, I need to focus back on my art. So I made a decision. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. But then I got the phone call about this job. Then I'm like, let me just at least go and give it 100. Like, I went in there and I gave it 110%, but I had it in my mind. If I get it, alhamdulillah. If I don't, no sweat. Like, because I'm ready to do what I got to do. You know, so if I get it, that's God's will. If I don't, that's God's will. And I really felt okay about it either way. So boom, then I got that. Got that. Then I got another tenant. So I'm like, wow. And then I'm like, okay, that gives me more time to, like, it's ironic because it's less time because I'm working now, but it gives me more time because I'm not stressing. Like, oh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to come up with this money? You feel me? Like, it's different. But here's what happened, why I haven't been here. So I was going to work. So I told y'all that. You're probably like, why is he telling us this? Because my babies, they're getting adjusted to me not being here all day. Like, as much as they help me, like, they get anxiety if I'm away too. So in the mornings, I don't know why that just almost made me emotional. I open up my blinds because I know I'm not going to be here to do it because it'd be dark when I leave. And so by the time the sun comes out, they'll have some sunlight and be able to look outside and all that other stuff. But when I'm walking away from the house, I turn around and I can see Sabine in the window. Oh, that's making me emotional. He be just looking. I'm like, and I'll be waiting. I'm like, I'll be back, inshallah. I love this dog. I love all my animals. Um, but he got anxiety, and look what this man did. Chewed up my damn charger, y'all, to my computer. Uh-huh. And not only did he do that, he chewed up my recording headphones. Look at this. And these are not cheap. They may not be like the most expensive, but they're not cheap either. And neither is this charger situation. So I was like, oh my God. I came home. I'm like, I'm up here. I felt like in my head, I was like, oh, this is reminding me of them parents I used to see on TV when I was a kid, where they used to be talking like, and my mom even used to say little things like this, where it'd be like, I come home, working all day, and I don't want to see my house be a mess when I get home. That's fair. Oh, yeah, that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to work full time, come home and be a maid. No, said nobody. So anyway, I was like, I'm up here busting my ass. I know you have anxiety. Trust me. Like, you think I want to leave y'all, but I got to do what I got to do. I come home and you destroying shit. That's not even like you. Every once in a blue moon, he will do it, but that's not his character. Like, I don't be worried about him destroying my house. But when I came home, I'm like, why, sweetheart? But then that's another thing. My dryer died. My ex had his friend who's a technician who literally like does all that shit. He tested it out. It looked like it was just the breaker. Then he did something where he was like, oh yeah, this breaker is dead. Like he did something. But guess what? He had to take the crown molding off the thing because it's like, so I'm like, Allah, my home. Cause I'm like, I'm already got things on my list I'm trying to fix. But he had to do it. I wasn't even mad with him. I'm just like in my head, like I didn't say nothing, but in my head I was cringing, like, oh my God, like to hear him that wood cracking, like I'm like, Lord. But he had to do what he had to do. So boom, he got up in there. You said, damn, he had a time when I was like, he sure did. He sure did. Damn, I'm not even, y'all know I'd be so bad. That's why I wish I had someone here who could click the comments and I could see them popping up instead of me having it. Cause I don't know, I'm like that. He sure did. But look, so, okay. Number one, just when I first got this job, my tenant dogs fled at my house. So now I'm like, this is a demon trying to throw me off, trying to disrupt my peace. Because it's clear that I'm clearly finding a way through. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. And you want to know something? I'll tell you what. For however much time, but let's just say, okay, boom, it took off at 80, bitch. Who knows? Colonel Chicken came off at 80. I'm not saying I'm trying to do it at 80. I'm just saying it's possible. Susan Boyle did it at 50. So no one's going to tell me nothing. I'm still, as long as Allah says, I'm still in the running. But, so boom. The dryer was working temporarily, but then it died. I'm like, oh my God, yes, I can do laundry because I'm running out of clothes to wear for work. And alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, takbir, Allahu Akbar. And then here it is. I don't wash the clothes. They're wet. I'm looking at the drawer. I'm like, where are the numbers? Like, it's looking like the numbers. I'm like, let me spin the thing a little bit. The numbers didn't pop up. I'm like, are you telling me this shit is dead again? So now I'm running down to the breaker, flipping the switch. And I'm like, and the shit was still not working. I must have did that like 8 times, running up and downstairs. So I'm like, now my clothes are wet. And the crown molding is off. And this dryer is still motherfucking dead, bitch. Iman. Alhamdulillah. I'm here, baby. I'm here. We downloading. I got a lot to say. You have to forgive me because I'm long-winded and all over the place, but I'm going to try to get to as much as I can and also have some things that we can decide whether or not rode the wave, crashed out, capsized. She's asunder, sweetheart. We're not going to find her. You may as well save that crew. I don't know how they got them pieces to that crew that went down for the Titanic. I'm like, how did you get them pieces? Did y'all have to take another little mini sub down there? I'm not going down there. To me, it's like in certain places in Mount Everest that if you fall inside, they will put a memorial for you, but no one's going down there for you. I've heard that. I've seen that in a documentary. There was a documentary where they were talking about, this wasn't Mount Everest, or maybe it was. It was something where they were doing like, this is supposed to be like one of the most dangerous things. Like there's different, it goes from slippery ice to this, to that, to that. And you got to have, and there's all these rich people paying for it. I'm like, why do y'all choose to do that? It must really be boring. Like you really, if you need this type of adrenaline jump, it's like, what can we spend our money on that the average person like that is just going to be a dopamine overload? Because I'm not, okay, so I get some money and what I want to do is go through something where it's about a 50-50 chance you might not walk away. To me, it's 50-50. Ain't no, you can't give me no higher guarantee. You said, are we going to discuss? We may, if I remember, but that to me is, they can handle that. But to me, what was it that I said? They doing that, but that's because handle that case, but you're covering it like this so that we're not going to focus on these planes and how y'all murdered this man. Because don't think I forgot. I saw that. And I'm like, y'all really trying to use this to make that be the main thing that wipes out all the other stories, sweetie, but I'm not buying it. Like, not that I'm not buying he's a disgusting person. The timing of and the way they're projecting it handled the case, but the whole thing and the way that they're going about it is to make it so grand that that's kind of like the only thing you can see. It's like it's only a certain few things, and that thing with them planes, this shit in Gaza, like it's a lot of things that they're trying to make this bug you out of. Like you was looking here, but now you looking here, trying to swat this fucking insect away. Well, really, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, there's a fly distracting you while you're driving. What's more important? Because if it was that deep, bro, we could pull over. But I'm not going to be in my car doing all this when I'm actually, there's something important actually happening in real time. It's annoying. I may do a little like, but anything that would prevent me from seeing the thing at hand, I'm like, no, handle that. If that's the case, handle it. But that is not the same thing as what's going on in Gaza. It's not the same thing what y'all got going on with these planes and with this murder that y'all did. And that was a murder. I don't care what y'all say. Yeah, it's a lot of weird shit going on that they are sweeping. I saw that stuff with the boats and the bridges. It's a lot of stuff that they're doing or that is occurring. And so these stories like this are the ones that they're using to wipe that out. Or at least push it back because it's still out there. You can access it, but so that it's not like the center of the conversation. Well, really, it ought to be. Because this whole situation with this Gaza situation, and I have footage where they did a big protest out here, but I meant to post it a while back. They was doing it, and I'm thinking, how long ago was that? That was months ago, and this is still happening. It's like how, and everybody knows it's wrong, but because of who the attacker is, it's like ain't nobody or. The people who could do something about it, they're not really doing the right thing because it's politics. They trying to softball it like, oh, they're trying to like make it nice. Some things you can't do that with, and this is one of them. I don't give a fuck. I ain't trying to hear you. I don't care because I'm not gonna do that with you. Bottom line is right, wrong is wrong. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. I already told you. So bottom line is this shit is fucking grimy, it's low down, it's low vibrational, and it's wrong as hell. Period. That's just obvious though. Do it really need to be explained? But the thing is to prevent the world from like flipping, and it would just, I'm like, you can't see, this is not gonna end well for y'all because this is not making you look good. You can say what you want. Oh, it's protection. This is overkill. And it was overkill when we went to Iraq. So it's just a lot of problems. These humans are just fucked up. That was wrong. I don't give a fuck, and I'm American. And it's not making me anti-American to say the truth. That's when you start talking with stupidity, in my opinion. I'm like, you just dumb. So, yeah, we don't have to have a conversation because you're stupid. And you explain that to me by how you thinking. So cool. Have your opinion. That's fine. I'm not going to waste my time because you're dumb and you're also annoying. So that didn't help your case. Because stupid is as stupid does, bitch. And you are wearing her like a Macy's Day Parade, bitch. Like just loud, big, and like loud being dumb and loud, like storming down the street with floats, and it's insane. That's how I feel about it. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, man. So listen, I love my job. It's simple. Um hold on a second. Hey, my love, I'm so bad with this. He said there's a guy that went into spelunking. I don't is that a am I saying that right? Spelunking? I never heard of that. Is that like a what does that mean? Like you go into a hole and then you dive down? Like I've seen movies with that where people go into a cave. That's the type of shit I'm saying. And for what reason? What you need down there? And it always turns out it'd be like, oh my God, there's some alien species down here. No, they're not alien. You're the alien and you're in their world now. Alien to who? You're the one who's like, they looking like, where are their gills? And how come they don't have webbed fingers? How do they swim? Don't have fins? They looking at you like you're the alien, sweetheart. Ain't nobody going in nobody cave. That's what it is? I got it right? Damn. I don't know why that did you explain it in your thing? Let me go back to you. You said when spelunking into a cave. Okay, right. That's what made me think of that, because when you said cave, I'm like, I don't know what spelunking is. But okay, if it's a cave, what could somebody be doing in a cave? So then I started thinking back to those movies I've seen where people there are so stupid. I'm like, so you really telling me you're gonna dive this far down and then it start turning dark, the holes start getting small and girl, please, we got time for you. One time, my mom did take on a vacation. We did go into a cave before, something called, I think, the Colossal Cave. But that's different because that's like a tourist attraction. It's not like some rare shit where it's like, oh, it's some mountain where it's at your own risk. That's like the Grand Canyon. With the Grand Canyon, I can appreciate that and enjoy her at a distance, bitch. I am not the girl to be like, oh, let me get close to the edge so I can see if I can look over. At the distance that I'm at, where I feel safe about it, I can see what I can see. I don't need to see all the way to the bottom. For what? No. Why? So a heavy gust of wind can come and knock me off my feet like SWV? Like, no. Because I feel as though if the wind was going to blow and I was going to fall over, at least if I had some space, I can fall on the ground. These niggas be wanting to be like, when I was out, I remember I went with my mama to the Grand Canyon, and one time, and as we was walking like down the thing where it's like the trail, like if you're on the mountain, they have like a thing where you can just walk alongside. There were people out there on the ledge. I'm not even kidding you. Where it was like somehow the mountain was like a thin, like where they saw you could kind of walk out, and they weren't like 2 steps out. They were far out. I'm like, and when I saw them, I didn't want to look in that direction. I felt just by me looking, the wind gonna start blowing heavy because that's what I'm thinking. I swear I thought that. I was like, let me look away because it would be my luck to really be like looking at them and some shit. It would happen right now. No, so I looked away. But when I first saw them and they was out there and thinking it was funny and they was like doing this shit, you dumb. Do you understand? If you really did fall, you would literally die. And it wouldn't be nice because you would probably like be hitting shit along the way. No, absolutely not. And that's another thing. I don't need to go any place super deep underwater. I definitely don't need to be out in the ocean at night unless I'm on a cruise liner. Like, no, this should be looking scary. Like, and it do be scary because, bitch, the water don't play. Because on land it's one thing, but at sea, and what? Like on Castaway, when he was out there on that raft, and I'm thinking to myself, look at that water. It's mirroring the sky, so it's basically pitch black. And it's the part that makes it so eerie is on a level, it's beautiful. And you be like, oh my God, you can see the moon. I guarantee you be out there in the middle of the ocean at night. There's a way how that probably looks that don't look nowhere else unless you was in the ocean. Like just by it being literally totally water and reflecting of the sky and the stars on from the sky to the water and the moon, like it's something majestic about that. But then the power of that, and then if you literally were just out there in the middle, like let's just say you had a raft, even if you had like a canoe, bitch, it don't matter. I don't give a fuck. Like If you were deep, I'm not talking about where it's like, oh, I canoed out there and I came back. No, I'm talking about like go into the middle of the Atlantic. Okay, when you're in there, now I'm thinking, please don't let this boat spill over. And even if it didn't, I'd be thinking, a whale can come up here and still take this thing down into the ocean if it wanted. So, okay, but definitely, I hope it don't happen. And if it did, oh my God, because now it's like, and don't let the whale take the raft under the water and I get out, but now my raft is gone. And now it's given Castaway where it's like, let's say the whale brought it down, I escaped, but the raft went down with the whale. But when he let it go, because it have air inside of it, maybe it floated back up, but when it came back up, it was too far away. Bitch, you about to drown. And for what? But that's another part. I just feel like, again, you don't know. It could be a big ass whale coming to you. A whale I can deal with. They normally don't be hurting people, but generally speaking, I still wouldn't want any friendly or non-friendly animal that is huge touching me when I can't see it coming in the wetness of the ocean of the night. I would like, I don't know how I would feel if some big ass face just pushed through my legs and what. Then as they was going, now I'm like riding this bitch like a donkey or something, because now he done put his face, he swam in between, and he's so big, bitch. I'm like, you almost split my legs, bitch, but you know, maybe his fin caught me on the way as I was flying back, you know. I mean, that's how it feel in the ocean. In the middle of the ocean, them whales be big as hell, but you know what? That's their world. So it really be like an honor. That's why you have to have respect. Like when you be in the, you gotta have respect, period. But to me, it's something about in the ocean where you gotta really be like, Lord, when you be out there, just be like, Lord, it's not even just about the animals, it's just the sea, period. Because the ocean could say, no, I'm not feeling it, and decide to flip this whole entire cruise liner over. It's happened before. You telling me you never seen the videos of a big ass boat getting flipped by a wave? Okay, so now the boat done flipped. Okay, so now what? We done lost half the lifeboats. We can still figure another way, but now you got all these big ass killer whales around here. Ain't nobody trying to deal with none of that. I would not want to see that in the ocean. Unless everything was calm and peaceful. But that's another part. I saw a video where they were, oh, everything was calm and peaceful. They was out there on the boat, and then the fucking mountain just fell apart and crushed the boat. I'm like, girl, I don't got time for this. Why? It scrolled up. I was doing one of the things. I'm like, what is this supposed to be? I'm trying to figure out. Then the fucking mountain fell apart. I'm like, okay. Who has the time? Then I saw another video. No, this wasn't. This was a Netflix documentary. They had a video, a movie, or a documentary on there where these people went out to this volcano. Somebody in this audience, I guarantee, seen it. Thank you for that seed. They went out to the volcano, and what happens? Of course, the fucking shit blew up. I'm like, motherfucker, please. I'm gonna go to an island where the island is made up of the volcano, like the volcano, and then there's a little piece of a beach. Fuck this. I ain't going no place with no active volcano, unless it's the kind that my mom took me to in Hawaii, where it was like this little tiny baby volcano, and it happens every night, and it just be small, and it just make a little stream. Like we got to see a little lava come out, and it was moving and stuff, and that was cool. But I'm not going to a place where the actual volcano is big. That one was like a little water hole, like a little lava hole or something. I remember it being tiny. Like, I'm not saying you would want to put your foot over it because you would get your foot burnt the fuck up. But if you put something, no, because the lava will probably melt through that. So I guess it got to come out. But regardless, the point is that I can work with. A real ass mountain volcano, fuck you. I'm not about to do that. No. Oh, no, but this volcano don't ever explode. It just be smoking. Because I think that was the case. It would just always be smoking, but it never blew up. But this time it blew the fuck up. And bitches was burning up. And they was like, oh my God, their skin was falling off. I'm like, oh. I'd be mad for them. I'd be like, bitch, what if you would have just skipped this shit? I know you got to think about that. Because I'd be thinking shit like that. I'm like, what would happen if you just didn't go that day? And you just decide to skip this shit? Why are we going to wake up bright and early to go to some fucking volcano anyway? That's what I'd be thinking. I was mad for other people in the video because I'm like, you had a good life going on now. You know, went to the boat, and they were showing you all the pictures that they took when they first got off the boat to be inside to go to the volcano. And I'm saying, look how happy you were before, and you never could have thought. It was just traumatic. I really don't like. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like it. Sometimes catastrophes will happen that cannot be controlled. Okay, a tornado came through, an earthquake came through, but certain things to me can't be controlled. You climbing a mountain, you chose that. Okay, you jumped out of a plane. Okay, you went to the volcano that was big and had smoke. Don't. Why? I don't get it. I don't understand what was the reason. Like, you needed to do that? Really? Did you have to? Going underneath for the Titanic, you had to do it? Why? I'm an explorer. I get it, but there's other things to explore that don't require you to be directly like. I'd be mad for them. I'm like, now what was you thinking when the boat was really starting to act like you knew it was about to explode? Like, I can't imagine what they was thinking. I hate that. I hate, and people's like, oh, they were rich anyway. Who cares? It's just another human being. Like, still, who would want to be involved with that? Like, okay, so you telling me I'm already in a fucking small ass claustrophobic tube. Now this thing, probably in that first one, it was like, did you hear that? Oh no, everything is fine, mates. Are you sure? I heard. Did you hear that? Oh, blimey. Oh my goodness. Boom! That was your last thing? I don't like stuff like that. When they first said they came up missing, I'm like, I was hoping, but I'm like, realistically though, if something go wrong with something that deep underwater, is it really a good chance? I really was hoping they lived. But when they said they exploded right away, then I was like, damn, I'm not shocked, but I was hoping it would be better news. But why do it? I know now the people left behind are thinking, why did they have to do that? They probably tried to talk him out of it and realized, oh, my husband is an explorer, so I let him enjoy his life, which I can't be mad at that. People do got it. I'm saying what I'm saying, but ultimately people got to do what they got to do. I wouldn't do nothing like that, but if you really felt the need to do it, I mean, I'm not going to stop you. It's not, I personally wouldn't engage, but I mean, everybody have things that make them happy and make them feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, and as a human being, again, it's just like these Sims, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the Sims have different attributes and different things that drive their desires and their happiness and blah, blah, blah. And so, you know, it's not for me, for sure, but it's for someone. I just hope that they be safe out there, because that should be crazy. Like, a volcano, though? Girl, I'm gonna go on vacation, and that's what I want to do. I'm not doing that. Not if it's a big one. I can go to a tiny one that even if it started to explode, we can get away from this because it would just be squirting straight up, and then we could just get away, get into our cars. But unless it totally like did the reverse and like the ground fell underneath, and really it was a huge volcano, but it was just underneath. We just saw a tiny hole part, but really there's a whole big ass volcano. And so when the time was right, the ground just started falling into the volcano first, and then it exploded. Maybe we just take volcano out. I saw that as a kid. I already got that experience. I don't know if I need it again. I'll do something else. Okay, getting in the water swimming with sharks, like getting in those tanks. And they be wanting the mean sharks, like they be wanting the game of it. Like, yes, he's running up against the tank. I'm like, okay. No. Carry on. I'm just observing. Okay, so back to my job, because I'm all over the place. I don't even know how we got to that. In all honesty, I really don't even know how we got to that. Q Sim is still reading her book. No, and you wanna know what's crazy? Actually, I've been wanting to game. Let me tell you again, the reason why I didn't game is because to begin with, my charger was fucked up. When I would have ended it, I wouldn't have been able to come on here and do the things that I needed to put it, which y'all know the plan, how I told y'all. Like, I'll stream it live and then I'll put it on Patreon. But, you know, but I couldn't do the things I needed to because my equipment, my charger. But my charger came today and I'm here today. When I wrap this up, inshallah, I'm going to start my hair. I'm going to just do some TLC stuff, and just be grateful, man. Like, I be tired, you know what I'm saying? But I actually don't mind my job. It's a simple job. I take pride in my work. I do my best. Um, so, oh my God, you play the game. I love that. Yeah, I sure do, Kenneth. And how are you, my love? And hello to all the legends, statements, and stars, icons, and regalia in tow. Welcome to the House of C Blonde. We are riding the waves, and you are with the Prince of Tides. Welcome, family. But no, for real. I really, it's like I said, it's simple. It's close to me. Um, with my car, I don't want to drive dirty, and I don't want to drive with my tires fucked up, which is something that's my tennis dogs up there, which that's something that I have to get done. Like, I've been doing good with pulling things together. I want things to be legit and clean and straightforward and forthcoming. Like, I don't want to have a dirty car. I washed my car. I detailed my car. I need to, at some point, inshallah soon, get me a car vac so I can. I actually don't mind washing my own car personally. Here they go. I'm wondering if that's my tenant. I think I heard a voice. Potentially, and my dogs are turning their heads, and then they all got up. So I'm thinking so, because at first I thought they was just, because sometimes they'll just start barking with each other. But then I heard a voice. I'm like, oh, that might be my tenant. Hey, sweetheart. So I really do. I'm really grateful to have the job. Hey, it's all good, sweetheart. I'm really grateful to have the job because it's really allowing me to just have a foundation, and then that way, anything that's like, say, seeds that are sown into my ministry, then I get to actually enjoy that and not have to put it, you know what I'm saying, to like bills. Like, the money I'm pulling in from the things I'm doing will cover the bills and leave me with some money too. But it's just like, now, if people want to sew in, it actually will just be like what it was supposed to be. Like, this is for you. Enjoy. Although some of the girls were like, it don't matter. We gave it to you. I will be glad. I'm grateful to have two tenants, but I will be glad when this wraps up. I'm not going to miss that. Just keeping it 1 million percentile. Okay. But no, there's some coworkers I don't fuck with. I speak to more or less everybody, including the customers. Um, some of the coworkers, but that's, you know why? Because a lot of these girls are like super young, is what I'm finding out. But something happened today, and I just had to very nicely get a situation together, just because I'm like, sweetheart, you see my work is nice and neat. Okay, well, if you fucking shit up. Okay, hold on. Nah. What are they doing up there? Come on. Come on. Yeah, because I can't think with that was way too loud. And it was getting louder and louder and louder. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. That's the reason why I'm going to be doing my hair and some TLC things while I have some downtime. But I wanted to reconnect with y'all because it's been a while. And like I said, there's things that I've had going on that I wanted to talk with you all about, but no computer, no stream. You get me? So, I ordered one as soon as I had money. That's what I'm saying. This month, I had to take care of a lot of expenses, getting my car taken care of, getting this phone, getting the dryer, getting the old dryer removed. So that was what? Getting the dryer. Oh, that's what happened. I was telling y'all about that. So boom, the breaker. He had to come and change the breaker. Well, when he came to change the breaker, then the dryer actually did die. So when the dryer died, I'm like, oh my God. I'm up here thinking finally I can wash my clothes. So I have my work clothes. But what happens now? The dryer is actually dead. Okay. But then he says, you know what? My wife and we moved into a new home and the home actually came with the dryer. So we actually aren't using the dryer that we had. He said, if it works still, I'll sell it to you for $100. I was like, it's a deal. Because I was prepared to buy a whole new dryer. And I'm like, here we go. Like, yeah, I'm making more money, but look at all these things I got to take care of right away. I got to get my car because I can't keep doing Uber right now. And what I was doing to a point was I would catch Uber to work. And then in an effort to save money, I would walk home. But then that started fucking my feet up because the ground is so hard and I'm walking with these flat, I have like, what do you call it? Like high arches, if you will. So because of that, walking with those flat shoes, on that hard ass floor, it just was not good. And it really started to take a toll. And I was like, oh, yeah. I'm not gonna say exactly where I'm working, whether the girls say it or not. I'm not gonna confirm or deny for the simple fact that I don't want bitches in my business to be like, that's like I got a job, a legitimate job. We making some money now, legit, so that's that. But I'm not putting that out there. Now, if I ran into you and you asked me, then it wouldn't be no tea, but not on here. So boom, that was $100 for the dryer. But then the dryer that was the one that died, I had to get a junk removal service to come and get it. That was, I think, $125. Then for my car battery, that was $140 to get it for the mechanic to come out here and to install it. And he was supposed to change the terminal. That was $125. It's like, I think I said the phone. It's just like, it was one thing, but I had to do these things because see, in the long run, and that's the thing about it. With my car, can you imagine? I haven't driven my car in like 4 years, but I washed her. She looked just like new. I detailed her. She looks, and not only do she look just like new, but she rides smooth. Like when I cut it on, like it be sounding. I'm like, didn't it sound louder before? Like, was it louder before? Um, but it just seemed so much more smooth. But here's my point. I thought, okay, I pray not, but I feel that, potentially I may need more work than like it may be a couple hundred. Maybe I need to get this replaced, then that replaced, and this replaced. But it turns out the mechanic was like, and he came from like an AutoZone or wherever he came from, a Jiffy Lube or some shit. He was like, he brought his little tools. And although he waited too long because I had to hire somebody else because I'm like, okay, I got the battery, I got the money, I'm ready. And then he kind of took his time, and I'm like, no, sweetie, that's not how this goes. In this business, thank you for letting me know what the issue with my car is, and I'll pay somebody else to fix the problem. Because I don't have time to play games. Like I have things I'm trying to get done. So anyway, what happened was, where was I going? Because there was two things I was going to say, and now I lost the. Where were we? Where were we? And then, today when I was leaving work, I got two little shirts that are so fucking cute, and they were $16. I'm like, oh, this is just my style. I really, really liked it. And that to me was like, okay, for all the effort and really sticking to it and really encouraging yourself. Because when I wake up early and I be tired, I'd be like, this is a part of the plan, Quadir. Stick with the plan. Hey, sweetheart, stick with the plan. And so I'm like, I'm trying to do things as peacefully as I can. Move. You're not in trouble, sweetie. You said folks hit that like. Yes, please do hit the like button. It's your business. Okay, Money Move. You said not a frequent commenter, but I missed your post. I hope you're well and happy to see. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it sincerely. Stefan said, "I'm glad that the job is going well." Yeah, it really is. And you know what's crazy? This was so crazy to me. So this is the first job that I ever worked where it was this convenient, this easy, and where the coworkers really want me to stay at the job. Like, not even just the coworkers, like the people, like the management. They be like, "Oh, if you want," because I be ready. When my time comes, I'm like, "No, I don't need those extra hours, boo. I rather raise the money through my community. Like, okay, as long as you pay me my check when I'm due, we're square. But I rather come to my girls and get whatever extra money you was trying to do because I ain't trying to be here no longer." But they'd be like, "Oh, Quadir, you about to go?" I'd be like, "Yeah, my mom on my way out the door. You can stay longer if you want." I'd be like, I laugh it off as I'm walking out the door. I'd be like, "Girl, you are crazy. I'll see you tomorrow." Hell no. No, it's because it's not all about the money for me. For me, it was the stability. I have something that I see for my life that I'm trying to do with God, and there's sacrifices that need to be made, but at the same time, I'm not giving. I'm making enough money, and if I grow my art and continue to get on that, I don't need that. Like I don't need overtime, time and a half, girl, please. I don't need all that. Just give me my regular full-time hours, and we cool. I love it. I love it because I get there at 5, but then I leave at 12. It used to be. Well, sometimes they go back and forth. Sometimes it'll be like it'll be from 5 a.m. to 2, but I like it better when it be 5 a.m. to 12. I don't know why they did that, but now that I've done the 5 a.m. to 12, I'm like, okay, this check, I can live with this. And I get off at 12. I still have my whole day. That's what I'm saying. Easy. I like my coworkers. Management don't give me no problems. One of my bosses is hella cool with me. I like her. At first, I said I'm gonna do that, but I mean, what am I gonna do? People like me, and I like people, so But it's like I'm a different person. I'm older now too, so it's just a different experience. And it's just like I'm like, all right, and it's cool. You said, okay, I feel that. That's the same way I am. You said you have to have boundaries with work always, right? Can we see them? I love me a little fat. Oh, do you want to see them? Nah, I'm not that girl. I started to, but then I'm like, nah. Only because for me, why I mentioned it was just because I'm just being free, talking freely with it. I wasn't saying it because I wanted. Although I appreciate it, though. I appreciate you even taking an interest in it. It didn't even cross my mind to do a fashion show. But I don't know. I don't know that I've ever been that way. Like It's not a bad way to be. It's just not a thing that I do. It's like, oh my God, let me show you all my new outfits and my new like. I rather just wear it and enjoy it. And if it show up in a picture, then cool. But even that, I'm not thinking, oh, it's this new cute outfit I got. I have to take a picture. If I'm just filming a picture and I'm wearing this outfit, cool. Now you see my cute new outfit. But I don't know. It's just not a thing for me. But I appreciate even the interest. Although, like I said, not my thing, but still appreciate it. But trust me, suffice it to say, I bet you would think it was cute. You'll think it's cute because when I wear it, maybe if I remember, I'll be like, "Oh, did you see that picture? That's the shirt I got." But it's not that important. It was just me saying, I did. Okay, no, I did. Let me tell you what I did. I found some old nail polish that I had, but y'all know I'm not really a beauty guru. You- Um, and so when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I remember one time I tried to do my nails with this. And this shit was like impossible to dry, bitch. And then I guess now I know a little bit more about it. Like I just found this nail polish again. And now that I know more about it, I'm like, oh, when I saw it, I'm like, you know why this shit didn't dry right? Because you got to have a machine to like a thing to do this. You can't just, this is not regular nail polish. Because that's one of the reasons, because nail polish can be fun. It's just when it should be chipping, I'm like, annoying. I don't want to do this no more. Like then I quit for a very long time. Like I'll do it once and because I'll be like, like I just did this. It was cute for like one fucking day. And that's the reason why when they have those commercials, ooh, Revlon, our new make it last nail polish. I'm like, you hoes lie. All this shit be peeling. The only one that don't peel is the gel nail polish. You wanna know why? Because it's something different. So when they said it was different, that was a situation where it really was different. And they wasn't just lying. Because I feel like a lot of times with makeup stuff, they'll make the same lipstick. Maybe like they probably got like 2,000 colors that are real. And from that 2,000, they have it planned out in how many years it's going to take to run through them entire colors. But by the time, let's just say they have a 10-year plan to get through these 2,000 colors and variations of that, 10 years. By the time they get to the top of that 10, that they can reverse it because now people have forgotten about those older seasons, those older colors. So by the time they bring that back, they can bring back with the new name and it's fresh again because they've timed it in a certain way. You get what I'm saying? So by the time it landed on that number, they could still be releasing colors in their own catalog, but they're not new colors. They're just the same color from a different way back season with the new name. That's what I think. Now I can't prove that. I'm just telling you something my spirit tells me that's how they do it. Because there ain't no way. There's only so much makeup you can make. When it's really something different, you'll know. Because this gel nail polish was something that was like different. It wasn't like, oh, Maybelline, all of the nail polishes chip. The only ones that didn't are the gel ones. Because how I know that is because I had that nail polish, but I didn't have the thing that you need to do to make it dry the right way. But I remember other people who had the gels and they were like, the thing with this is they don't chip. Like you really got to be trying is what they said. She was like, it's different. It's not like a regular nail polish. She was like, but the thing with this is it's hard to take off. So that's the reason why I ordered on Amazon a cheap gel nail polish remover. But I also got me what do you call it? A manicure curer. I don't know. That's probably not the way you say that. But what it does is you put the nail polish or you put your nails in the machine, and then it'll dry them the right way and make it really dry. Not what I was doing because I'm like, this shit don't ever fucking dry, bitch. This shit been an hour. This shit is still wet and still weird. So. I don't know. I just feel like it's not much because that and the cord. So I got the cord, the nail polish, the little machine, and the 2 shirts. Those are like my treats. Like, okay, you sticking with the plan. You're being encouraged. You're seeing a way through. You're handling business, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, this is a small treat because, we had to take care of a lot of business and get things going. And because I'm sticking with the plan, I'm like, okay. So and it wasn't nothing major, but it's just something so that I can really just feel like, okay, like a breath of freshness. Not the same, not the same. The same. Okay. UV light. Damn, I went through a whole lot to say nothing. UV light. That's a simple way. So it cures the nails. I'm like, girl, what the fuck was I saying? So are we ready to get to some material to see what we think, whether or not these people rode the wave or if they crashed out? How y'all feeling? Are y'all up for it? Oh, I got it. Before we get to the material, I want to say this last thing about my job. There's this one lady there. It's a mother and daughter, which I couldn't believe. I'm like, that's your mom for real? She be looking out for me. And people respect her. They be like, oh, because she been there a long time. But I really like her. And she always be looking out. She told me, she's like, if you ever have any questions, even if she just thinks, but what I notice is a lot of people go out of it. This is the first job I've never had this at PetSmart, at Old Navy, at Publix, those are like probably the 3 ones that people would definitely know. But I never had nothing like that at any of the jobs I worked where it was like, I'm telling you, I'll be walking. If some of my colleagues see me in an aisle, like looking, like trying to find something, they'll be like, what you looking for? And they'll stop their pick walk, which that they're being timed too. But they'll stop what they're doing. That's some shit I would do, but it's like it's crazy that I'm getting it from my job, like where people are like, what you need, what you looking for? And she told me, I really want you to know, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me, because I know why most people will leave this job is because they get overwhelmed or frustrated because they don't understand something. I think if you understand what you're doing, you'll stay longer. And I like you. I want you to stay. She's like, I don't want you to leave. So I want you to know what you're doing so you'll stay with us. I was like, yes, ma'am, I hear you. Yeah, teamwork. Yeah, you got some coworkers up there that I don't fuck with, but that's to be expected. It's a blessing that the people that do, it's the good amount of people that do fuck with me. I'm not gonna be greedy. Everybody don't have to be that way towards me. As long as it's respect, I don't give a damn. Because it's whatever, honey. You know what I'm saying? We do it now. We do weave. What you want? Malaysia? We do nail, we do face, we do weave. We do massage. Bitch, we not gonna be playing. Exactly, Father Kenneth. I'm on a whole other thing right now. I'm like, girl, I don't give a motherfuck. Girl, please. Oh, what, you don't like me? You don't like me? Give a mother. Girl, please. Let's be real. I don't give a fuck. I done been through too much, got through too much, survived too much, walked with God too long. Girl, please. It'll be a kiki, maybe that, where it's like, girl. Because I do got some stories. There was this I was checking out. I had clocked out. And what was I getting? What was I getting? Because with my battery, I bought that I got a calendar. That's another thing I got. I got a calendar because I want it up there so I can put important things. Paid rent or mortgage, paid like whatever. And just to see it. And I'm just changing some things around. And I get there in the morning and I go to the bathroom. I have a thing that I do. 2 months. I have to get a homeless man together. This nigga thought he was gonna talk to me crazy in the bathroom. Look, I got stories for you. All this time my my computer been down because of this, but now I think of this homeless man made me forget about what I was about to say. Yeah. But no, let me tell you. Okay, so I have this thing that I do in the morning. I hop out the Uber, first thing I do, and I'm still waking myself up, and I'm like, this is not a bad job, really. Right now, you're just tired. You'd rather be sleeping. Okay? But this actually is not a bad job, and it's helping you. Really. So be positive. Don't start being like, don't do that. If you move like that, it's not going to work out. See it for what it is. This is helping you. And you actually don't mind the people here. And it's a job that it's like it appeals to all the things that like there's the right amount of teamwork, there's a right amount of individuality where I am like having to do a lot of things on my own. It's like fast paced, so the time be flying because you be like, grab this, move to the next aisle. And certain people I be hearing, they be complaining like, oh, I hate getting these type of orders. I love getting all the orders. There's not an order that I don't like. I like doing produce. I like doing the oversized, like big TVs, this, that, and the fourth. I like doing frozen. I like doing chilled. I even like doing clothing, but that to me, I'm still getting formatted with most of everything else. I know where it is. Like, and it's like to the point now where I'm like, ooh, once I get close, I'll still look at the map, but when I see the item, I'm like, ooh, I know exactly. Even if I never saw that item, because let's just say it's shampoo, I'm like, bitch, I know where the whole shampoo is. So I don't know where this shampoo is, but I know where the shampoo is to go to find that shampoo. So it's like, but yeah, clothing. Oh yeah, and the front area. I'm getting used to that too. So the front area and the clothing, I'm getting used to. But automotive. Oh, and one other, electronics. I feel like the way that's like up there, I'll get used to it, but it's not as clear as say the ambient items like chips, like food that you don't have to put in the fridge, cereal, like that shit is easy. That when I get those, although I love all the orders, but when I get that kind of order, bitch, that's when I'm in my element because I'm like, bitch, I'm moving fast. And people, that's another thing. People be like, oh, I hate getting this kind of order because when you get this kind of order, it might tell you, okay, get this item. It is all the way literally across the store. You grab it. And then when you grab it and you scan it and you do what you got to do, then it may say, okay, the next item is literally all the way back where you just started from. And then it can zigzag like that. I like those orders too. I love Express. Like the ones that I hear people complain about, I'm like, actually, I like them all. And it's not even that I don't like clothing, electronics, or that front area. It's just that I don't know it yet. So I can't be as confident with it because I don't know it as well. But for the parts that I do know, I'm like, I don't mind. I like being fast. And that's another thing. When I'm doing people's groceries, I take pride in that. You want to know why? Because I was one of those bitches ordering those deliveries. And I remember thinking, for the little money that I have, I'm buying groceries. I hope they don't be throwing my shit around. That's how I be thinking. Like, because I know how people be doing, like, it's just a job, like apple juice, throw that shit in there. Cause I've gotten things where the fucking top is like pushed into the bottle, bitch. That shows me somebody dropped it and was like, girl, fuck this bitch. That's what that told me. Cause if when I'm picking people's food, first of all, if I get okay, when let's just say it's eggs. Okay, well, when I get those eggs, first of all, I'm gonna open them up. I'm not just gonna grab and scan. Let's see that the eggs are not cracked. Then when I bag her, I'm gonna take a sticker and I'm gonna take that sticker and I grab the handle so that to make it, and I twist them a little bit to make it thin. And I take the sticker and I put the sticker in between and it says fragile so that you know, like when the girls who are like organizing all the groceries, to be gentle because these are eggs and they are indeed fragile. Like I put care. Good. That's how you're supposed to be. I don't give a fuck. But see, I'm the bitch that I be talking about. Like, oh, this is the kind of person that I want to work with. I am the person I want to work with. Like someone who gives a fuck. I don't care because I don't just be throwing people with food in there. When I bag it, I have a method how I do it, but everything I put in there, I lay it in there. I don't just drop it off. Like I'm methodical and I have a certain movement of fluidity, but when it gets to the basket, then I slow it down and I lay it. But yeah, I don't mind. I like doing all the different orders. So that's what I'm saying. Like all what I just told you are all the things I'm telling myself. Like it's simple. It appeals to your ADHD and like, okay, we grabbed it, like all these things happening, moving here, there. Like, and I'm not just seated somewhere and just sitting somewhere. I'm like, and it's near home. I'm like, this too shall pass. And honestly, it's really not that bad. Like, that's how I feel. Isn't it true? Oh, damn, I'm missing comment. Let me scroll. How do you say we only focus on this? Yeah, okay. Oh, honey, we got a divorce, girl. But that's okay. Because I'm like, girl, it was good, the feeling, to really be in that energy. But, honey, I have too much going on. So anything that's not going to be clear and not going to be what it needs to be, that's fine. I'm not even upset. I kid you not. To the point that it wasn't even on my mind. But, yeah, we got a divorce, honey. Because yeah, that is so funny. People even I've seen people do that at my job, but I'm like, whoever I'm bagging for, I'm like, you're lucky you got me, girl, because I'm not gonna do you dirty. And that's another thing. Like, let's just say I'm grabbing a box of cereal, and that's the thing. Even in the medicine area, like I know I'm okay to go in all those areas. Like I said, the only thing is the front, electronics, and clothing. But I'm even getting better with that because a few items popped up. I said, girl, bitch, the beginning when I found that skirt, it was hard. But because I remember that skirt, bitch, I know how to get right back to it. And not only that, I can build off that because I'm like, okay, these skirts are in this area. These type of things are in this area. And when I see this, I'm going to see, like, I'm starting to have a way of remembering. But this homeless man. No, it's not. Oh, no. I mean, I know. I can see why you would say, oh, no, and I appreciate it. But no worries. I promise you. It's like, girl, I'm trying to put my life together and I'm just not beat. We may talk about it on the podcast, on Patreon, but I'm not even going to give that. What I'm trying to do in my life is sincere and authentic. And when I say I'm working on myself and I'm really trying to get things in order and really elevate to a point that I can do the things that I see in my vision, everything else is a waste of my time. And it's light work, girl, because it's easy for me to pay you dust completely and totally. Like, not even just talking about this person, I'm just talking in general. Like, that's my energy. If it's not going to be what it needs to be, I'm not even mad. Mad for what? It was great. It was like an amazing feeling. The date was incredible, that first one. But, okay. That's the thing. I think people don't believe me when I say, I'm like, yeah, girl. because I'm not delusional. So when I see something that I don't need to see, like it's not moving the way that I feel it needs to move, and so far as like you're not gonna, and we'll talk about it on the podcast because I know right now it's too cryptic, but it's not important. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's not a big thing where it's gonna be like a major deal. It's not a major deal. I didn't. I don't even think we had a whole week invested. It could be like one of those movies where it was like that one special day, and then we can cut out that second date. And there's some kind of way maybe they went back to their life, and it was like I always wondered what would have happened if we would have tried to keep it magical. You said that's the right energy, to be honest. Yeah, like I'm not, and I'm not mad. I'm not. I wish them well. Like it's no tea, not for me. So I'm making money. I'm trying to do some things. I need to take care of some things, and that's what I was saying. I'm like this month because I had to take care of so much, including so all the other things that I just said, but in addition to the stuff that I always have to do anyway, like just lights, just basic shit, mortgage. So I'm like, okay, I am making more money because that's how I was able to do so much. But now I'm still tapped out. So it's like, damn, I still feel like I know it's not true because I have to remind myself. It's not like, yeah, you seeing the money go down, but you're not seeing it the right way. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm like, you're not seeing it right because you forgetting. Before, you would have been able to take care of the bills, like string that together. And then maybe have a little left over to maybe order you some takeout and something simple. But this time, you not only took care of this, you took care of this, then you were able to do like stuff like retire that phone that you've been talking about for years. Really. Retire that phone. Your car is back running. You got a dryer. You had the dryer. Like, I was like, it's me. That's what I was saying at the beginning. Oh my God, I'm so long-winded. I can't believe it. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the show. I'm like, I feel like I'm witnessing it, so I know it's me, but it's just odd because it's like because I'm like I have a very like I don't forget shit, so I'm just remembering how I was feeling about it. Like, say 8 years ago, I want to take it past like back to a point where my mom was living, but a few years, like 3 years, say. So if it's almost coming up, I want to say 5. Take it 3, that makes 8, right? Okay. But if my mom would have came to me and said something to me like, although low key she did. So actually, now that I started to give that example, but I may as well give the actual real example now that it crossed my mind. She did say that to me, and I even put some of that on the album on one of the interludes where she was like, "Quadier, whatever you decide to do." That was part of because I didn't put all of our whole there's like hours, you know. That's why it's a relic. Because to me, that's important for my history and for what it means to the story. But she was just saying to me, like, whatever you do, I know you'll be making the right decision for yourself. And I know that you're going to figure it out. I do know that. She's always said to me, see, I knew you would figure it out because necessity is the mother of invention. She didn't make that up. I know she got that from somewhere, but that was a quote that she would say to me a lot because she believed it. And I would repeat things in my mind like you couldn't have told me I would have got to this point where I would have been like, okay, landlord, artist, like trying to balance all these things, my animals. Like my ex and I would be working so well together, and I mean, I would have been going head to head with the mortgage company and these attorneys. Like, it's just too many things to happen. It'd be like, how did I do that? Like, I know I did it because I'm me, but and it don't even be like, I'm saying it with all sincerity. I know it was God. That's what I'm saying. But I'd be like, okay, I know God did it and brought all right. Like, but I'm not saying I know the angels and God and the people who were like inspired to really like stick it out with me. But I'm talking about me. How did I do it? Y'all did y'all part. I'm saying, how did I really, even though I heard what God was saying, I heard I'm just really thinking about it. I'm like, that was so much. How did I do that? Oh, God, it makes me emotional because I'm like, oh my God, it was crazy. And I'm like, and I'm still have my right mind and actually turn things around, like started thinking different. Like, when did, like, I know when it happened, but it's just crazy. How did that happen? How did that happen? Because it just seems so unbelievable to me because I know me, and crazily enough, I would always say, "Oh, that's not my thing. Like, I'm not good at that." But it was like when I had to really learn, I'm like, I guess my mother, like, that's what she meant. Like, I I had to figure it out. Like, hey, I got this house. It has to be legitimate. It got to be something that could keep the magic in this house because it'll go. My mom will not stay here if I'm not living right. She'll watch me from a distance, but she's not gonna be in this house like this. Because right now, the portal is open because it's like she sees, like, okay, you really sticking to the plan like we talked about. So as long as I do that and stick with God, because honestly, I am a strong person. All this different stuff, but really, when I really think about it, I'd have no therapist. I wasn't talking to my family, people who were my so-called friends, like, so far as like people who were in my life, like, who could see me, but it was okay. Because I'm like, you know what? I can't tell you how, but I know God's going to get me through this. And I know my mom, somehow, we talked about it because we would have conversations. Like, I would say to her, I know when you get up there, I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to go. I know there will be something. How it will be, once you get there, you will know. And it's going to be crazy because the moment you know, now you can't tell me. But that's how it goes. But the point is, I'm like, but when you do, and keep my, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep a part of my energy with you so it can tether. And we don't have to know how it works, just do it. And when the time is right, you'll be able to, somehow we'll be manifesting that, even if we don't exactly know how. It's just clear to me that clearly she figured her end out because the shit be too on point. I'm like, wow. I'm like, she really is here. She just can't tell it to me. Like, because it be things that be happening. This thing with this job. And then it's almost like Allah was like, you know what? And let me tell you, let me take it back. I was talking to my sister. And I'm like, can you believe I was going to sell my car? Because when I thought at the time when it was looking like, okay, I may not have no tenants. And then I was like, how do I really feel? Like, it would be good. And, you know, I have the space. It would be a good thing. But if I can't find anyone viable, I have to be prepared to figure something else out and be willing to stick with it and not get anxious just because right away it's like we've made this bet before. So I was like, okay, so what's the plan? I'm not gonna go through no problems in my house again. So what can I do? So I said, Allah, my mother didn't want me to sell my car. I don't want to get much about this because it was like so sincere. I was really having a real conversation. Like, my mom didn't want me to sell my car. She felt, keep my car. Even if you don't drive it much, you don't know when you're going to need that car. Keep your car. And then I struggled to pay. it. And then my ex, who I love, and I didn't even know. I never even looked at the bill. I just paid it every month. I never even looked. When I fell behind, even then I was like, you know what? My mom passed. Like, it was like, I can't be thinking about this. If they want to come take the car, they can come take the car. Not even realizing how little of a balance was left. It was insane. Wait till I tell you. So then it was like, okay, my ex was like, no, Quadir, we're not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I love him. I do. He's a good person. He really did what he said he was going to do. Because I was like, no, this car, I can't deal with this. It's too much stress. and I've been paying it, and I don't even hardly drive it. And I was trying to keep it because my mom wanted me to keep it, but it's stressing me the fuck out. And I'm venting to him, and he was like, "We're not doing that. Your mom wanted you to keep your car. We're not losing your car." So then he sent in a payment, and then I sent in some money behind that, and everything. I'm like, okay, we good. And then I get something in the mail, and it's like, congratulations, your car is paid off, and here's a check because you overpaid. And I'm like, I was gonna let these niggas take my car over what, $300? I don't. But that's why my mom. That's the reason why Allah allowed, because Allah knew Allah knew what I couldn't foresee. Because I was like, if I would have had it my way, we wouldn't even have been friends. Because I was like, no, I want to get away, and I love you, but he was like, no, we are family. I'm not letting you just walk away. I'm like, and I knew, and I'm like, I love the person. Yeah, we can't be together, but we really worked well. We really work well together as a family. I don't know how to explain it. But the point is when my mom got sick, he said that to me. He was like, let your mom know that whatever I can do for you, I will. And I was just trying to get away. I'm like, no, because I love you and I can't even be around you because it'll make it too hard for me. It'll make it too hard for me to like get over the situation. No, no, no. And Allah knew though, you're going to need his help. You're going to need him as a part of your community, just as a support. You don't know, he's going to come through for you. You just don't know that. He's done so much for me. As I'm sitting here, he got paid for a weed whacker. He was like, he's a good person. I want him to be happy. He deserves that. It's true. And that's why I was like, not only do I want to get this job, I have my own reasons, but another reason, because I'm like, I don't want him to worry about me. Because he needs, like, we're going to always be family, but he deserves, like, he fulfilled that promise. He doesn't owe me anything, really. Nothing. Just besides being my family, he has done so much for me. And so I just want him to be happy, be safe, be healthy, just a good person. How did I get into that? What made me, I don't even know how I got to that. Oh, with this car. So I'm like, wow, my car is paid off. I cannot believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, my car is paid off? And I just knew my mother was pleased with that because my car was really paid off. I'm like, how can that? It just, because I never looked at the bill. I just knew it was a responsibility, and I just paid it. But then, fast forward, after I did all this, the different things that I had to do, fighting these attorneys, fighting the mortgage, just everything that I went through, and everything came to a close how it went. When it was looking like, okay, if I don't have any tenants, I still need to have a plan. I said, I know and this is now back to the conversation I was having with God. I'm like, I know my mom did not want me to get rid of my car, but now it is paid off, and I love my car. I may not drive it, but it's still like, feels like a friend or something. That's why I felt like my car, me not washing it, it was just like, and me washing it, I feel like it's just a sign of like a new day. Because it feels like now she's back running. Like I don't know how to explain it, But the point is I'm like, the car is paid off. But at that time I didn't wash it. It was still dirty. Um, but I was like, I got this car and I love it, my truck, and I love it. But I made a promise about this house, and also I love this home. And I love my truck, my Jeep, but I will sell it if that will buy me time to really focus on my art and somehow conjure something up, figure something out with my art, with something, buys me some time that I can, while I'm paying things off with the money I make from my car, like, I'm like, if that's what you want me to do, I will get rid of this car. If that's really the move, I will. And so then I got my VIN number and I went on Carvana and CarMax. But honey, and I was prepared. I'm like, let me see what they offering. And it wasn't even much. I'm like, girl, but in their mind, it's like, oh, it's a 2011, but my car is in great condition, honey. No shade, because I wasn't a reckless driver. Um, Although I did do something dumb. I don't know what made me do this. For some reason, I was like, oh, let me get on the hood. No, not the hood. Let me get on the roof of my car and see if I can look at the stars, laying down a pair. And bitch, when I did that, I'm like, how much do I really weigh, bitch? Because I thought this was not supposed to do that. But it did. And I'm like, okay, that can't be too expensive, but it's not like something I'm gonna do right away. But that's the only thing really. All the other stuff was the stuff that the previous person before me had, because the car I got was used. But it was in great shape when I got it, really. Never gave me no issues. I really never had no issues with my car. Other than not paying that bill. When I was like, I'm about to let this car go because I'm stressed. And if I let that car go, that's one less bill I don't have to pay. Not even realizing it was like, how much was left? Bitch, you may as well just. And I knew my mother would have been so disappointed. Like, she would have got over it in spirit, but she would have been like, quiet, dear. But alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, my car remains, and I'm happy about that. So, you know, just trying to do shit and do it the right way. Okay, look, let's see if we can get into some clips, because I did want to start my hair tonight. Okay, it's still early. Okay. Cause you know I do my own hair. I don't let these girls, cause Miss Thing, they're not gonna put love into my hair. That's why my mother, like, when I went to Cali, she was like, she had somebody else her hair. She was like, oh my god, when I came back, she was like, oh, alhamdulillah, now you can do like, she was happy to have me do her hair again, because, honey, I have the hands. I just never used it for that, other than for my hair, and my mom's hair. But one time, I'm telling you, I actually went into the beauty school. A part of me is like, bitch, that would have been cheaper than going to college, and bitch, I would have slayed that. So I'm like, that was like some, because when they said the price, I was like, $7,000. That seems so expensive to me. Okay, $7,000 next to college, which was like what, $15,000, $20,000, bitch. I'm like, girl, see you, Danielle. Oh, so I think it's more about you being able to handle things in real time as opposed to going without. Mother Jessica, Mother Jessica's in the house. Yeah, yeah. We're all growing. Like, I'm for us. I'm praying for us to just continue growing and doing our best, because perfection, that's for God. That's creation. But like our best effort, and you'll know when you really giving it your best. You do that, And Danielle is leaving. I don't know if I clicked this one, but be safe and have a good. Is today? What's today? Thursday. What's today? Friday, Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Yep. I'm just like. So this month, it's like I know that I'm making more money because I was able to take care of a lot of things. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Not only take care of a lot of things that were like responsibilities, my car, so I can get to work, like just practical things, um, and things that would just be beneficial. The phone, um, it's like because I took care of everything, and somebody might say, "Oh, you could have broke it," and I could have, but I figured, I have the money now. Why not just knock all this shit out? Like realistically, and leave myself just enough money to make it back and forth to work through that Uber. Because I decided I am gonna get the Uber back home because I'm not that walk I can do sometimes, but to do it maybe in the right shoes, but those flat ass Vans, I'm like, no, those shoes are like for regular walking, not like, oh, we're going up hills and we're on concrete and like. Okay, let's see what we got. Did we do this one? This I don't remember. I'm wondering if I was. I'm wondering if I brought this. I believe so. But did we already clock this? I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to queue it up anyway and see. Once we started, let me know if we clocked this. Let me know if we did this one because I don't know that we did. I feel like I had it up here because I wanted to get through some to see what I was feeling and then to see if it was even worth bringing on. Like, what y'all think? Do I have anything to contribute to this? And what do we think about this? Is it making sense? Is it not? Is it messy? What is this giving? Yeah, let's bring it and then see what we think. We'll jump a little ahead because we don't need. I don't feel like doing introductions. Okay, let's get it started. When I started, press 1 if you can hear and see things clearly. Okay, I just so I know that I got it because for some reason I felt like, do I got the sound off? Okay, that's what's going on. Okay, here we go.
You watch it
Fucking
though.
Florida, who ain't messy? What does the headline say? Florida woman, Florida girl. I'm from Florida.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
But it's just funny how
hold
people
on.
always, I hate when people.
Now we gotta take it back a little bit. Now we
in the studio in the flesh.
Yeah, give it up for the legend. Invite me onto the show. I was like, what I do?
No.
You suing me?
No.
You sure?
No,
okay.
Yeah.
It's been happening a lot.
From what I heard, you ain't got no money left.
I don't. So I don't.
I'm gonna sue you for that outfit, maybe or something.
It's City Trends.
Damn. Okay. Well, all right, girl, you here now? Now.
Okay, let's see.
I didn't really know much about you. I saw clips at first, of you. And when I reached out, you said yes, you'll do it. I said, well,
hold on, that's true because that's how I'll be finding out about a lot of stuff too. Because I'll be like, and depending what the case is, I may go to see what the whole clip was. But one thing that I did like when she did was the Jaguar Wright breakdown because I'm like, although to me Jaguar Wright has mental illness, like a severe case. So in my mind, a part of it was wrong. Okay, maybe it was right. I think it was right and wrong to a point. Because on one hand, we know Tasha messy, but she was covering the situation. She was covering a story. Now, with the story, what she was covering was to a person that I feel is a habitual liar and just be pulling shit out their ass. Mother Tate said it best. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay, so with that, she gets some things, maybe some things are just old news that we already knew about. Regardless, she was messy. And so she came on the show and she was being weird like she always is. And people just don't ask her like, girl, how do you know? But I felt like Tasha gave her some pushback, which I'm like, okay, you know, just like with some of these other people, Orlando Brown, Charleston White, it's just too many. I don't like these demonic spirits, but they need to be investigated so we know what we're dealing with. And some of it really is just medication. Could it be a demon? Yes. It could be a cocktail. Demon and mental illness. That's tough and love, but we gotta make room. We can't make room. Oh, everybody else deserves, but these girls don't deserve. So we gotta make room for the girls. What I'm saying is some of these girls, it could just be demonic. Or it could be mental illness. Or it could be a cocktail. Regardless, bitch, you need help. You don't need to be on the internet. That's the overall overarching point. Sweetie. Sweetheart, that is the key. Y'all made them stars. For what? You can see these people are mentally ill. If it's a demon, okay, bring on the Zam water. Let's sprinkle this bitch head. Give me the holy water. Bring me a Torah. Let's make it work. Is it medication? Is it lithium? What do she need? Regardless, when you can clearly see somebody needs help, it's not good to exploit that, in my opinion. But now that you have exploited it and it has become a phenomena, now it has to be addressed for why this type of behavior is being celebrated as this protect at all costs. Like, just as a human, okay, protect at all costs. But the embedded point is as if this is some what? What are we saying? Truth speaking, mighty sister of Christ. Down. Like, what are we saying? This shit is stupid. That's how I feel. It's dumb. When you can clearly see there's a problem here. But now you're making it like it's entertainment. And that's what's wrong with people. They're so desensitized. There's no compassion. It's like more drama, more scandal, more exposés, like, bitch, we live. Like, messy, yuck. Gross. Repulsive. Bitch, you're nasty. So you got to call her Miss Jackson. You don't get to first name what? You about to get clocked like Dr. Maya Angelou. That's Miss Angelou to you. Because she had to get this thing together, Missy. She was like, you don't know me. Sweetie, respectfully. Honey, please. I'm Miss Angelou. Miss Angelou, she was not playing games with the children of the world. But anyway, Tasha did an expose, or not an expose, she did an interview with her. But during that interview, she was really giving her some pushback. And it was awkward. It was uncomfortable. And it was obvious that Jaguar there was something wrong there. That was not hard to see. It just wasn't. So, okay, now she's in the, it was just crazy to me. But okay, she's in the public eye, being celebrated for what? Talking shit on people and making shit up, pulling it out of her ass. Because everything what you're hearing is that when you really put the facts to the case, she's the one who's actually fucked up. I'm not saying all these people are perfect. But what I am saying is she don't have no proof or nothing what she's saying. She's just making it up. But what's actually true about her don't make her look great. Oh, I was married and I went on tour and fucked this nigga right away. And then my husband came up to the studio all emotional. Like, that's narcissistic. You making it like, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. You said you should see when she interviewed Whoa Vicky. She was questioning her faith in God. See, Whoa Vicky, that's somebody you just put me on. I never heard of her before. You said Jaguar is definitely not okay, and they pray her. They sure do. Lenasia, hello. Good to see you too, beautiful. And thank you for this seed. Did I also call out that other girl? I hope I did. I think I did. I love you. And alhamdulillah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, but with Tasha, she was doing the interview. Like I said, it was uncomfortable, blah, blah. And she was just basically like asking her, well, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? So now Jaguar was mad about it. So next thing you know, Tasha came out with it. And mind you, all the things that, because I have common sense and I know how to like actually deal with people. And I am all about energy. It's all about the vibes, man. Okay? Vibes and auras. Vibes and auras. Okay, but these be the fakest bitches out there. You wanna know why? Because they actually have bad vibes themselves. You have bad juju talking about you want. So with that, you just explained that you're a parasite. So you want good vibes, but you a stank hoe with a nasty attitude, talking about, oh, this crystal, this amethyst, like it ain't doing you no good. What you do? Oh, you charged it and through the sun and put it under your pillow, and it did, and it didn't change your personality. Cause you still a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like they be the fakest ones. All these fake pro woke. I'm like, girl. And then as soon as the situation occurred real time, look how they respond. It'd be very slow to action, very, very, oh, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So to me, people talk like they like a certain way, like, oh, honesty, authentic, genuine, sincere, and all these different things. Kindness, compassion, blah, 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 blah. But then when it comes time to really actually put it into play, it'd be like, girl, because for me, my thing is, even like I told you, I don't mind. Like I've made a lot of compromises just across the board. But that, what were we talking about earlier? How did we get? Oh, we were talking about teamwork. We was talking about teamwork. But for real, I enjoy being on teams. That's the reason why I like playing Smite. That's why I like playing. What's that other game I be playing? League of Legends. Although those are similar, but they're not the same. But I like team games. And I love when we have a team that really works together, like really actually be like hustling and working together, like being a team. That's always good. But I have my West Palm Beach brother that I play with, and he plays like I love his spirit. And it's like we do great teamwork. And with the team, not just with each other, but with the team. But he is fucking incredible. He be kicking the ass. Because sometimes, most of the time, I be helping. But then there are times where when I don't, he be picking up the slack. Especially when he picks them characters that he's really actually good with all the characters. Let's be honest. But the ones that he really loves, when he gets like that water girl, knocked my little monkey off. I don't know why that sound nasty. But literally, it was a monkey up here. You know what that reminds me of? I feel like that's bringing back a memory. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. This is so random. I did a video years and years ago when I was riding public transportation. And I must have had, I'm even envisioning that shirt. I wonder if I had any videos with that shirt on. What was that shirt? It was like a monkey. And I think it said something about, what did it say? Because I just remember, was it the bus driver? Someone said something nasty to me like, oh, I can spank your monkey. Like, girl, please. You are gross. But anyway, when he plays this one character, this water girl, I'd be like, make me sweat. Make me honey. Make me lose my breath. It's just a lot of good memories. Like, that's where I'm at right now. I want to do good things, like do good works, do sincere works. Nobody's perfect. We're not asking for that. And I'm not looking for that. But I am looking for true effort, true sincerity, like so that we can progress, like just in our respective lanes, whatever it is. Be kind. Isn't that is hilarious. Okay, let's get back to that's okay. Hold on, before we get back to see how long-winded I am. I don't. Okay, I can't. I'm sure in the playback we'll see what it was, but we just went through a whole thing. But how it started was because we were talking about Tasha K, and I was explaining about this thing with Jaguar that we got into mental illness. But this thing that Tasha put together, like this documentary thing, where all the things that I had been saying, because that's what I was saying, because actually I can see the truth about the situation. I'm not gonna get caught up in the scandal, like, oh, it's so sensational because she's just saying outrageous things. I'm not impressed. Honestly. Absolutely not. Oh, you thought that was gonna do something? You came up here talking shit about everybody, and I'm what? Oh, that don't impress me much. I. So you've got drama, but do you get your karma? She gives me Azealia Banks because you need to be working on your music. Because I'm sure she probably is a halfway decent artist when she ain't being crazy, like doing too much. And then arguing with the people who are like, girl, shut up. You doing too much. And it's very narcissistic. And she know what she doing. It's like everything that thing, that's what I was saying, Tasha K, with this documentary. With this documentary, I felt like, okay, I don't really feature her because I don't like mess. I don't like people who do that. Like typically. But when I was really trying to see, is there anything out there that can corroborate this feeling that I have that feels like a certainty to me? Just like with that pastor that I was like, let me, because he phony. I saw the straight. I'm like, girl, you phony. And I knew it was genuine. Like I knew I wasn't, because I don't do that. Like I don't just, if I'm saying it, it's because I'm really picking that up from you. I'm not just being like, girl, that's what your mama do. No, I'm just saying, like, that's some hater shit. You don't like her just because you don't like her. You don't like him just because you don't like him. No. It's all this fake juju vibe, what you talking about? No, bitch. This is a real energy that I'm talking about. I don't fuck with it. Even like, okay, I'm gonna say this. At work, there's this one girl. And I found out, I'm like, oh, she's too young. I'm definitely not gonna give that no energy. But the point is I picked up on a weird vibe with her. And I'm like, it ain't no sweat. Because I don't have to like everyone. And everyone don't have to like me, and we don't have to speak. That's fine. As long as we're not doing stupid shit, being disrespectful, I'm good. And something happened where I'm like, how did she come up? And I'm like, and she was like, oh, you talking about such and such? Before you got here, she had got into it with someone. They had to have a meeting about it. Because she was falling out with this person, that person. It's a lot of people who don't fuck with her because her attitude stinks. So I'm like, okay. When I had my situation organized, I guess for her, I wasn't moving quick enough. That's her prerogative. You decided you wanted to move my situation, and when you did it, you knocked this over, and actually the entire water thing exploded, and now there's water bottles everywhere. Now I busted my ass doing all this, pulling it together, going out there, grabbing all this. These 40 case water, 40 case water, 40 case water, 40 case water, 20 case or 25, whatever number it was. And then all these other random big things. That L cart was not light. And now I've taken the time to organize this because they told me all these waters need to be in their own individual tote. Cool. So now I'm organizing. I'm printing out my stuff so that I can put the stickers on. I'm doing what I got to do. But there was more space, and regardless, I was about, it was going to get moved. Like, just because I have to put the shit away. And really, I wasn't moving slow, let's be honest. But it wasn't fast enough for her. So she decided she was going to try to move it. And when she did it, that's what happened. And so when I heard the loud crash, and I'm putting down one of the totes, like staging it, I hear that. I look back, and I'm like, so I walk back to my situation. I say, and that's the part, because the dresser that I put on there, it was knocked over. Well, when I left it, it wasn't. And I see that you're right here at the scene of the crime. Maybe you didn't know that was my cart. That's fine. That's okay. But okay. The water exploded. So I was like, was that my water? She was like, yeah. I was like, you gonna get me another one? She was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, thank you. Because for sure, I wasn't going to go out there and get another one. In particular, when you created the situation, since you felt now you had to do extra trying to rush me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was, and also, when she came, she had a little attitude. I'm okay with that. I don't care about that. But thank you for the water. But when she left it, she also didn't pick up the water that she, what do you call it, claimed out, like where it's like you destroyed it, because now the plastic, they can't put that back out there unless they want to like sell it in one of the front areas, like where you can sell the individual water, like, you know what I'm talking about. But regardless, something got to happen with this. And let me tell you something else. I'm not going to clean that up. No, I'm not. I said, and I'm going to leave it there. So when they, if it should be to me, but again, her being young to me is no excuse, because I would have had common sense even then. But it's for something like this, because to me, it's very simple. It was organized. You touched it. You knocked it over. You claimed it out. So now you need to get me another one, and you made the mess. You need to put it together, or you need to figure out what time it is, because I'm definitely not going to be the one to clean it. Not when I just packed this entire heavy ass cart that I'm up here like trying not to pull my arm out of the fucking socket because the shit is so heavy. I'm like, damn. It wasn't feeling like that, but it was feeling like if I really went to walk as fast as I could walk, the speed of me trying to pull myself with this heavy ass cart, I'm like, but I wasn't trying to test that, but I was still going pretty fast. So I kept it moving. And when I came back, someone, I don't know who did it, but I don't care either. I just knew I wasn't going to do that. So you said podcast, a psycho podcast. You said not that Spank My Monkey. You said, I just thank you for this super chat, legend. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that you remember that? I can't remember the name, but I'm sure I did a video where somewhere in there I remember, because I have the memory. I have the memory of me getting on a bus. I was downtown. Why was I downtown? Downtown Atlanta. Why though? Like, and how old was I? Was I in high school? Why would I be down there? I have the memory, but the other details are not coming to me. I lied. I remember. I know exactly what happened. I don't know why I was up there. That part I still don't remember, but I remember this. The key point was it was freezing. Did I have on flip-flops? I'm pretty sure I did. And it was freezing. And what happened was I tried to get, and I was downtown. So if it's already cold downtown, is it because of the buildings, the air pushing through? I don't know. Regardless, it was freezing. So I went in one of those kind of corners where sometimes you'll see like homeless people, like to get out of the cold. I get it, because I did it. But guess what? When I did it, oh my God, this was so gross. I can't even believe it's been so long, but the idea of it, it's gross. Anyway, I thought Tasha did a good job on that documentary, really highlighting the key issues with this woman. And I did not feel that that family was being messy. They seemed very sincere and very clear in what they were saying. And why I was inclined is because I sensed there was something going on mentally. There was something narcissistic. Everything that she said, I've said. I was like, maybe she did see something, but she took it and blew it up. Her and Monique do that same thing where they be inflating stuff. Like, that's not how that went. But okay. We just gonna run with it because Jaguar said it and she said it loud. It was looking in the camera, sitting Indian style with that Grace Jones haircut. She gotta be believed. I'm like, Orlando Brown. This nigga sitting up telling you. You can't understand that how Bill Cosby got away was because Raven is Bill Cosby. With the facelift. Oh yeah, you didn't know that? So you didn't know that Margot Robbie was Morgan Freeman with a facelift? That's insane to me. He be really up there and they be like, oh my God. He be making sense. Okay, so now what you saying? So okay, so what we saying now? Shaquille O'Neal is Danny DeVito with the face. Oh my God! Oh my God, that is crazy to me. Hey, legend, how are you? You said you did a video. It was freezing. You had to find a nugget. You, oh my God. You were, I can't believe you remember that in that much detail. Alhamdulillah. Wow, that's crazy. Because you know what I feel like I just did? I feel like I just read when you have a book and maybe when you flip it to the back, it'll give you like a brief summary of what the story is. That's what I felt like. No, because actually reading the comment made me remember why I shared it, because it was like, okay, this is insane. And it really did happen. I do not miss those days. I really, life for me has been no crystal star. It's had tax with boards ripped up. I've seen literally rats. I can't believe that. I'm like, this deadbeat ass motherfucker. I can't believe that he came to our home that never seen no fucking rat before and brought a rat into my presence, into the queen's presence. Away with this nigga. Off with her head, Marie Antoinette. Who has the time? Who has the time to deal with a deadbeat, broke, bum, scrub ass bitch that want to come fuck up your FICO score, your credit line that you busted your ass to get together? Girl, you went from 750 down to 50.-8? What are we explaining? When did that become a category? Girl, you can't even get a buy here, pay here. Your credit's so fucked up, they said, you're going to have to buy somewhere else, dear. We can't play with you because we know damn well we're not going to get that money back. And you're going to run a scam and crash it into a tree for some coins that now we don't get the car back and we don't get the payments and you ran off with the coins and moved to Nevada, bitch. So, access denied. Now, you know it's bad when you can't even deal with a buy here, pay here. When the buy here, pay here says, no bueno. The credit report was fuego. and flame turned to ash and the phoenix did not rise? Oh, no, ma'am. Them coin purses zip up real fast. Those coin purses zip up real fast. When those dirty bitches roll through, because they be like messy, drama, headaches, strife, always negative, downtrodden. I'm like, girl, the fuck? You have to move around, sweethearts, pumpkin. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have to be that because it can't be that around me. Like, drama is just too much. I'm really trying to just like enjoy my life right now. Have fun, do art, do some work, do some this, do some that, like, and really balance it out and have some success and not be stressed while I'm trying to create. Actually be able to create with a clear mind and know that everything is taken care of. So this is just, you know, a new time, a new dawn, a new day, a new time for me. And I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I'm feeling good. A new dawn, a new time, a new day for me. And I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling. These girls can't take it. They can't take it, y'all. They never could. They never could. Because we're serving you the Swan Princess, Phoenix Rising, Athena, Queen of the Gods. Like, we gave you Isis. We gave you Aphrodite, girl. Who we gave you. We even gave you Cleopatra. Y'all remember that song? Cleopatra coming at ya. You said, laughing my ass off. You hold on. You said, laughing my ass off. That is the kind of stuff. Or watch. He gonna say it. Watch. He gonna be like, "Oh, you didn't know? Oh, you didn't know? How come? How do you really not understand that Cicely Tyson's still alive? You can't see. You gotta know what I know, and when you know what I know, you gonna know that Cicely Tyson is Viola Davis with a facelift. Look closer, you'll see. That's Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson, y'all don't understand. She was plotting on Viola Davis way back with How to Get Away with Murder. At that time, she took a strand of her hair. She did this. She did that. Viola went down. She never woke up. When she woke up on an island like Nicolas Cage and Face Off. And she was in prison. They went and she woke up. No, she woke up in the grave. Cicely, he's saying Cicely didn't die. How did she die? She was in perfect condition. Dead where? I just partied with her. I just left the studio with Cicely. We was laughing about how you niggas don't know. How y'all really don't know that she all the way living right up here with y'all laughing. I had an eggs Benedict here. I'm like, y'all don't see it. Okay. All right. What else can I say? Yep. Viola Davis. When I see her next, I'm going to say Cicely and see if she turn around. I'm going to go to her next book signing and say, I love you so much, Cicely. Miss Tyson. See what her face do. Girl, please. Oprah is a clone. I'm laughing at y'all. Y'all really can't. Y'all didn't know that? That's not even the real Oprah. Oprah is Jennifer Hudson with a facelift. She didn't want to give her show. She wanted to see if she could do it twice. So she took her face off and was like, let me see if I can do it again. And the reason why Oprah lost all that weight is because that's Jennifer Hudson. She lost it once when she was doing Weight Watchers. Jennifer actually followed the program. Then come to find out, girl, you a whole lie. Oprah did Ozempic. She didn't eat that soup. I told y'all. But now I'm like, Oprah, girl, go ahead on and live and have a good life. Don't be trifling. Don't be trifling. But have a good life. I got time for you. Like, not in a negative way, but just like, there's other cases. She did come for Toni Braxton with that gift, with that Gucci flatware and slippers. Like, Toni, how are you gonna be broke and you getting Versace loafers? Does that seem smart to you, Miss Braxton? I mean, you did just say you were bankrupt. It's taxpayers like me that have to foot the bill. So did you think it was responsible, Miss Braxton? One day Oprah needed to do a sit down with Toni and like, let's talk about this interview and really like hash it out in a peaceful way, because I think Toni is classy enough that she could do that, and it could even be televised. Like, not saying it got to be live, but I think it could be something that's televised, and that they would actually have peace, because Toni's doing well right now, and I'm sure that was so long ago. If she really explained it, and Oprah was like, you know what, I hear you, and it was a different time, and looking back at it, like, I could see, and I think Oprah would even give her that, even on camera, because Toni ain't Monique. And Toni have class, and Toni's not going to be like keeping this going for 10, 20 years. Yeah, Orlando said some shit like, yeah, man, I just left the studio with the Beatles. We recorded a song and got to see what John thinks, but ultimately it's coming out. It's just a matter of when. I'm like, okay, what you gonna do? Argue her down? This person is clearly not well. It's really more, I'd be more in shock with the person who's putting it out to YouTube and then the comments. Like, with this, I'm just taking it like it be negative to a point. He don't seem as negative as, he just seems like he needs to get back on his regimen. But Jaguar and Charleston, he is gross. Yuck. He is so gross to me. But these are people who are disgusting people to me. But it's more like as so far as Charleston, for real, because he's like, with them guns, he takes it. It's like, it starts with Orlando. That's like the yellow code, because he's just like, he seems, I don't know, because he might can lose it too, but because he be negative too, but he be making sure, but it be so outrageous where it's like, maybe it's just more humor than anything. I still think, and I'm researching, but in general, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, I would have been okay with this not being here, but since it's now being, and I need to understand why is this the thing that people think is like the thing to like do to people who, in particular, I think Orlando's case more so. Jaguar seems like she have mental, but it's also narcissistic. It's also, she knows a lot of what she be doing, and she knows she be lying. That's not, it's like with Orlando, it just seems like with her, it seems more like, okay, I know. Well, really, here's what I will say. Hers is more negative, but still they both doing that same thing where they knowing. Like, I think they both, even Orlando, I'm not gonna give him too much credit. Even Orlando, I think he knows like, me coming on here talking like this is what's keeping me in rotation. On some level, I sense that. I do think it's mental too. But I think him, just like Jaguar and Charleston, know that these antics are the things that keep them in rotation. So yeah, they don't get credit. So that part does take them back, because it's like, mental is, and that's why I said two things can be true. It can be that demon, and it can be mental. It could be both. It could be a cocktail. It don't have to be one or the other. It could be, yeah, this person needs to be medicated, and they're also evil. So when they're medicated, they're just gonna be even kill and messy, nicer. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? That's something I don't fucking know. Okay, let's get to this. I can't even believe it. We let like because it was my fault, and then I got to get ready to, bitch. I can't look how much time that went by. I got to get ready to start my hair and like, cause it's only 24 hours tomorrow, and then I got to get back to work, and I got to have my nails did, just because I want to do. It's a small thing to do, and I'm gonna do it obviously myself, but and it's just something kind for me to do to myself that's fun. And I got a simple color. Not that I wouldn't do a loud color, but that's how I'm feeling. The color is calm, it's peaceful, it's a good color. I'm like, this, this is something I feel I can, especially with a gel nail. And now I'm older, I'm wiser, I know better, bitch. I know now how to do it. I will be curing them and they will be done and did and done and done it done and did done and did. Hey, yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. Yeah, he did chew up this cord to this headset. Where's the other part of it? Because I know I didn't throw it away. Okay, here it is. Am I tripping? Because this was something that I was wondering. I'm like, damn, now I gotta buy a whole new headset. Eventually I will. But let me see. Oh my God, I think I'm right. Oh my God. Because I was like, now how will I record music because I don't have the right headset? And it's not the headset that it came with, but it is a headset. And look, I can screw this on here. Oh, tell me it works. Yes. Wow. My old handy dandy. Look how I've used these so much. They're so old, but I love them. And they get the job done. What are these? Sennheiser. They've been with me for a while. And I'm glad I wasn't like, oh, I got a new pair. Let me get rid of my old. No, I even got this little simple ass pair. In case you just never know when you might need it. Wow. Because I was like, I have some ideas that I want to get back to making some, like, to touching up and adding some new stuff and just totally making some new shit. And like, we're gonna go somewhere. Let me tell you what was so funny. My friend, he loves Beyonce so much, which I don't mind. She ain't my favorite, but it's all good. So when this country album came out, we were going to the club. I will say that one song, and it's crazy because even when I'm at work, I'd be thinking to myself, I don't even like this song. Why is it in my head? I think that's a part of the programming. Cause I'm like, I really don't. It's not a song. I don't have it on my phone. I wouldn't ever request it but somehow it's just still playing in my head. I'm like, why? They have played it at my job over the radio that they have that's like corporate. But the point is, okay, there he was like, oh, da da da, we're gonna listen to Beyonce on the way to the club. Now there were some few songs on there, but to me they weren't really country. There I could see where they were going, and actually I liked it. So, but out of a 27 song record, there was only like 4 that I actually really liked. That I felt like, okay, I can vibe this, you know. but like Jolene, I didn't like. When I first heard it, I was like, because I know that song. Here's the thing: even if it's not even that she reimagined it, it's that I just didn't like it. I don't know if it was. I don't know. It just didn't resonate with me. Not even just because she changed the lyrics. Had she changed it and it would have been something that I like, okay. But I actually just didn't like that song. Then there were a few others that he went to play this all the way to the club, and I'm like, oh my God. But like I said, for the ones that when he played, I'm like, this is a good song. What was it? Because the one, and I know I feel this song will be a song that could be a hit, like from that record. But I'm wondering if she's gonna want to push that song for the fact that is she really trying to break into the country market, or is this just like I don't fucking know. But what is that song? Not Retaliation. What is that song? Whatever it was, I liked it. He said, "Can you do your hair while you're live?" Nah, that's something that I like to kind of like put a show on and just relax because it's gonna take me a while. Cause See, now I'm behind schedule. But I hadn't spoken with y'all because of my charger, and so I wanted to catch up, and that takes time. But my plan was, okay, so when I take my shower tonight, when I take my shower tonight, I was supposed to also wash my hair and do all the stuff to prepare to do my hair. So now I'm behind schedule and I haven't eaten. Damn. That's all good. I'm going to try to move fast, but I do got to get ready to wrap up, you guys. I love you so, so, so much. Where is my other phone? It's crazy because even though, okay, I guess that phone died. This phone, I haven't added on my apps. So I did download my work app though. Life, life, life. We live in it day by day, moment by moment. And then this, I remember when I was a kid, I used to understand that. I'm like, okay, when people think the past, it's like 2 years ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, however long. But really, even just now is the past. It's instant. It's like there's different variations of the past, including instant past. Like just now, what I just said is now the past. It's like the moment. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking. But anyway, listen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I got to get on it if I want to start my hair and do like just. I was supposed to, like I said, do a whole little. I don't. Is there a term for that, or am I just thinking to make one up? Where it's like it's not. It's pampering, but not really because you're doing it yourself. But maybe that could still be pampering. But for me, I know I'm gonna put love into it, and it'll just be nice for me to feel like, okay, this is good. It's an improvement. It's fresh. That's okay. So listen, I love you guys. I really want to thank you for tuning in. I can't even believe we didn't even get to the material, but to be fair, I started the material late. So we will get back to this on the next episode. Okay? I so appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you so much. Oh God, yeah, I need to. If I'm gonna start my hair, I gotta get started now before I get tired. You understand? Because right now I'm feeling it coming on like, oh, but I can't because I really do need to start my hair. Because if I start now, I can probably be finished by like 9 a.m., maybe 8. Could be 7. It really just depends on how quickly I move. And honestly, I wouldn't even say that. I'm highballing it just so I don't be like, I'm not gonna say, oh, I can start it. Let's say if I started now, like between all the things it would take me to prepare. Let's say if I can start at 11:30. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'll be done by 3. Hell, that's not gonna happen. Because then I do take like typically like 2 breaks in between to snack or just stretch and give it a break. But each time it's like a significant amount that I've done. So, okay, you guys, listen. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're incredible. Inshallah, I'll be seeing you all very soon. And we will actually get to the footage. But we had so much to catch up on between, work and just improvements, things we're working on. We're like where we are in life. So I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I can see why we had to like get a lot of things out there. But regardless, thank you for tuning in. I love you. Get some rest. And inshallah, I'm gonna catch you guys real soon. Okay, family? Bye, you guys. I love you.